Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's always fantastic to see you guys tuning in here. Now, in the past few weeks, I've been putting together some videos talking about some of the bits and pieces of gear that I use to create my Nightscape images. Now, not everything that I use is directly necessarily related to shooting the night sky and landscape. And you'll see in a couple of weeks, I've got a really good video talking about tips and tricks about gadgets and things that I've used that has actually helped me along the way. And today's video is a little bit like that. You know, to be absolutely honest with you, I get a lot of people trying to send me products to do product reviews about. And in the vast majority of cases, I decline that because I don't want this channel to be all about product reviews. And on the other hand, a lot of products, well, I just don't use them. In fact, I had somebody asking me to review a kitchen device or something or other. I can't remember what it was. And I thought, what on earth am I going to do with that? It has nothing to do with photography even. But anyway, today I want to talk about a few things that I use that make my life a little bit easier. And I've mentioned some of this before. So firstly, I guess I am talking about brands to some degree because we can't escape the fact that you're using branded products. And the brand I want to look at the moment is Nitecore. So I've got a couple of gadgets here. I bought these quite a few years ago, and these battery chargers. So this is a Nikon one, a Nightcore battery charger, and I just grab the battery, stick it in there, and then plug the USB into whatever device I have. For example, this one works a treat. Now, I've showed you before on my on-the-road videos, I've got these battery packs, and they work fantastically. That'll charge as I'm driving along, or perhaps I'm camped for the night somewhere, and I plug these in. They are really, really good. Now, I've got another one here, same brand, Nitecore, which is for the Sony system. So as you know, I use Nikon for shooting all of my Nightscape images, but I do use Sony for my video production. So I go through a lot of Sony batteries, as you can imagine. So here we are, we've got, this one actually accepts 2 batteries, so it's a little bit bigger, of course. And I plug that into the same device, or I can plug it into a power pack like this one here, or if I want to, I can plug it into the car battery. But that works like that. So it doesn't matter what you've got. Sometimes you've got a lot of these various power banks laying around, like this one. This is an Anker, just a little one. I actually use this mainly to power my Z6 Mark II camera, and it keeps it going all night. I'm going to talk about that in a video very shortly. That camera, in fact. But so all of these things have a place in my kit, and they make it a lot easier for me to actually do the photography that I want to bring to you guys. All right, so you've got the picture. You know what these things are all about. They're battery chargers. Nothing particularly exotic about that, but it is a necessity, especially when you're on the road and you haven't got access to mains power. So that's what these 2 beauties are for. But I want to show you one other product. Now, this one really took my attention recently when I heard about it. I had no idea that Nitecore actually made a battery for a Sony, which is the same one that I've got for my Sony video camera. It's a battery pack for Sony NPF Z100, which is what's in the Sony Alpha A7 series, I think the A9, A1, quite a few of their cameras accept this battery, so it's really, really handy. I have tried third-party batteries in the past and been pretty disappointed. I haven't got any third-party batteries that last as well as the original branded, whether it's Nikon or Sony batteries. But this one, this seems to work pretty well. In fact, I'm using it in the camera recording this video right now. But the thing I love about this battery, it's got a USB-C charging port right there. Now have a look at this. I'll just plug it in, like so. It's plugged in. That's the battery. I'm not in the camera, I'm in the battery. And then all I do is plug it into here, turn that on, and you probably can't see that, but that's charging. That battery is charging. So I've got another option for charging my gear while I'm out in the field that I can double up. Now this one might be used for something else. I've got a heap of batteries, so I might want to charge more than 2. I might want to charge 3 or 4 at the same time, and I just don't have enough sockets. So I can charge it up. The other thing I love about this battery is the fact that I can press this little button here and it tells me how much power is actually in the battery. Now how about that? It gives you a little light. It gives you a green light, a blue light or a red light, and it indicates how much power is left in the battery. So that is a product that I will use, and I am actually using right now. So like I said to you at the beginning, I'm not interested in products to put on this channel that I know I'm not going to use. And that's why I say no to most of the stuff that comes across my desk. And that's a lot, believe me. So this battery, I would recommend this battery. I think it's a ripper. So whilst I'm talking about this Nightcore gear, I want to show you something else that I picked up recently. Nothing to do with Nightscape photography, but you know, you need the tools to do all the extra bits and pieces and the ancillary requirements and jobs. This thing here, this is called a Nightcore Blower baby. Just have a look at that. Now you're wondering, what on earth is this and what does it do? All it is a little handheld battery operated blower. Now have a look at that. Oh dear, I haven't got any hair to blow around, but that's pretty powerful. And the reason that exists is to clean stuff. So I can get my camera, grab it like so, just give it a good old clean with the blower, like that. And it helps a lot. Now the other thing that comes with this, which I've got here, is this little camera cleaning kit. There's a number of things associated with this, but one of the things I love is this little pouch that you can open. It's got a magnetic closing door on it, and you can attach this to the blower. So let's just put that in there like so. There we are. And it's got a little brush on the end of it. Now you think, well, who cares? Well, I'll tell you what, this is fantastic for just cleaning up the camera. I just brush it, but at the same time blow it. Like that. Works a treat. Now, when you're out there in the landscape, and especially at night, the camera gets really dirty. And all my cameras are full of dust and gunk, especially in places like the EVF viewfinder here. It's hard to clean in there. So having a little air blower tool like this, and that brush as well, is a soft brush and a hard brush, by the way. So this one is a little bit harder, whilst the other one, oh, here it is, it's hiding. The yellow one is a much softer brush. So you might want to use that one perhaps when you're in there cleaning inside where the lens is. Just like that. But when you put the blower attached to that, like I showed you, it just blows away all the dirt. I reckon it's pretty good. And it's a rechargeable, by the way, USB-C rechargeable battery. So we go in there like that. Clean around the lens, looks fantastic, nice and clean. Okay, now remember, nothing to do with actually shooting Nightscape photography, but it's just a tool that I can quickly throw into my camera bag, and it works really well. Now, one of the things I really do actually like about this is the compact size of it. It's actually made of metal. You probably can't tell that, but it is fair dinkum, it's metal, which means I can just throw it in the bag. It's not going to get damaged. It's thin, so it'll fit in one of the side pockets. As I said, USB rechargeable, and that means it seems to last forever. I've only charged it once, so I don't know how long it lasts, to be absolutely honest, but it's lasted me quite a few weeks already, and I've been using it. So I think it seems to have a pretty good battery in it. And of course, these little gadgets here, you just put them back in the housing that it came with. So they go in there like that, closes up. It's got a nice little magnetic cover there, which keeps it from falling apart. It's also got a lens cleaning tool on the top there, and that is reversible. You can put it back inside that, and so it's not actually hitting anything. It's got a magnet in there. You pull it out, stick it on there, And the idea of that is to clean the actual glass lens. So you clean it with that, and then you blow away all the excess dust. Now, one of the things I'll show you about this before I finish is it has a little filter attached to the blower itself. And it's got a couple of meshes in there. It's got a hard mesh on the outside and a soft mesh on the inside. Now, what they say you can do with that is use it as a general purpose blower, a bit like the old puffers that you used to have in the camera kit, but this is much stronger. It's a much stronger air force. But they also supply this one, which is a finer and a more gentle filter. Open it up. And this one is designed, it's got a much finer mesh. And the idea of this is to replace that filter there, and you clean your sensor, the camera sensor. Just blow around inside the sensor. And I've used that a few times as well. Seems to work. Now, I have to be honest with you, I don't have a big problem with dust spots on my sensor. I'm sure they're there, but because I'm shooting nightscape photography, I'm shooting pretty much wide open apertures most of the time. And you'll find that dust sensor spots tend to show up more when you stop down your lens. So say you're shooting at f8, f10, f11, f16, and you take a picture of the daytime sky or any bright subject for that matter, you'll see these spots. But when I'm shooting at nighttime, it's never an issue because I'm usually at f2.8 or, maybe even f1.8 or f2 or something like that. And the camera, because of the optics of the lens, it just bokehs them out, blurred, you can't see them. So that's one advantage I have. But nevertheless, I've still got dust spots in there. I have no idea. When I take the occasional landscape photo and I stop my lens down, there's always dust spots. But this little gadget, I'll tell you what, it's good. So all in all, I can recommend these products because I use them and they're useful and beneficial to me. So like I said, I'll recap a little bit. I've got the battery, Sony battery at this point in time. I don't think they make any others, but that's okay. And I got two of these. So I can never have enough batteries. The Sony is the best night low light video camera on the market, bar none, the Sony a7S III, and that's why I use it. But these Nikon Z6 cameras are absolutely fantastic. And just wait, there's a video coming out all about this camera, specifically looking at time-lapse features that are built right into this baby. So just wait for that one. All right, well, that's about it. I just want to tell you about these products I'm using, why I use them, and how they help me. And they do help me. Believe me, out in the field, these things are great. I don't have to worry about anything. Everything's always nice and clean. I get home sometimes and I think, man, oh man, what have I been doing? I've been out in the middle of a swamp somewhere. Everything's dirty and filthy. But, these things, sitting in the car, charging the battery away, they're fantastic. I can highly, highly recommend them. So I'll give you some links to the products down below this video and you can check them out for yourself. But anyway, in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time you tune in. I'll look forward to bringing you some more Nightscape Images content real soon. You have a fantastic week.